conversation. And for that, I get with Myk Berewa, the Director of Communications, State House. Myk, welcome to the show.
Hey, as usual, always.
Yeah.
How are you, Remy?
I'm cool. It's a social media man. Myk, I know. And first off, it's been a while anyway, and since the start of the year. I will actually done beef for you, since the start of the year, working at the office of the president as Director of Communications.
Oh, it's both exciting. It's a different space. It's also very challenging. Say, presidency activities are always evolved. It's like it's on a speed every day. It's something is happening. Everyone look at the president. The president is someone we like the daddy for we all we. Small thing happen, get anything for do day, not something we need three guy, not something we they activate or something we support. People try for we get political pundits, them we go try for bring them into all that. And so we've been around that echo space for try for give out the right information, let people then follow the facts. So it's like on the go. It's always you don't sleep at night because sometimes something can just pop up on social media like 2 a.m. So you're always there on the phone for see and you get for reboot and pull the facts quick because you don't want for the people then wake then see what's in the day then you do on the defensive then always you do for try for clear the narrative. So it's challenging but it's interesting and one of the amazing thing is working with President Bill, which is very, very amazing. He's a man who doesn't talk much. He's a man who talks very little. He likes decorum around his space. And he speaks to us with his eyes, with his body language. And so it's exciting. And it's an exciting learning from him. His discipline, his family values, his patriotism, his nationalism. All them things and they encompasses we there around and you learn a lot from that.
The law started conversation looking at the social media. And I know you're very quick in responding to issues and also put out issues were very necessary in terms of telling people the fact about what is happening in the office of the president. And sometimes if it's related to the president, you're always quick for response on that. So I always give you that credit as well. But there are issues around most people seem to say there are human rights violation against a young lady, our aunt, with regards to a social media post where we do with regards to the president and the first lady. Is there concern for Sierra Leone, since then they arrest human rights, they ask for bail, they grant some bail, but it was a very stiff condition and up till now they're not prison.
Yeah, well, sadly, for Myk, nobody know anybody in the police. Nobody know everyone anybody in detention. I'm a human being. I have feelings. Yeah, I will not want to see you, me, anyone. Our aunt. I don't know our aunt. I've never met her. Besides seeing her on social media. But let's start with this. What in Hawa aunt do is un-Sierra Leonean. It's unaccepted. Now, we not Salon people then. The way we don't embrace mamikos as a norm. Let people understand, say, if somebody go on social media, cause you mama, call you all kind of name, you na married woman, call you, I don't want to use that word in here, you're picking them, use lies against you. Let people also understand, say, they create a mental anguish for that person. Some people in their way, in advanced countries, when social media smear, they don't take to heart, they don't take poison, they don't kill themselves. Some people in their way, something about somebody talk about them on social media, they not ever grab again. Like, it lost them vibe, it lost them mojo, it lost them vigor, it lost they went into depression where they say nothing get interested in them. Some people then they will be very promising where they grab. Where social media don't make 30 then people then drop to a level that we see they don't believe in and then people they are ready. So let's understand, say, this country is a country of laws. Let's also understand, say, certain things and the way they do, certain crimes and the way they commit. Mr. Sepon and me, when a citizen, where you commit a crime against, and no need for go report you, the state can report you. Don't try to understand that. What our hunt did is unaccepted. It's unmotherly. It's un-Sierra-Leonean. You don't get to tell me name. Nobody, don't forget about them being the first lady. These people don't understand, say the first family, they are human beings also, really. They're human beings. They feel. They cry. Then they become depressed. Then they become sad. Then they become happy. They're human beings like us. So if you say because then they now, then God don't put the, then they rule this country, you feel so if you get critical issues. Listen, Remy, I have a lot of people who are the cut across. When I possibly cut across every political eye in this country. I get party in APC beaucoup. Sorry. I get party in NGC. I get party in NUP. You name all the political. I don't look at people as party or tribe. Yeah. Everyone, as long as me and you they relate, you know me man. People in there we don't criticize this government so much when they overseas. When I go America back, I they chill with them, I they snap with them, I they talk to them, I they explain to them, we can laugh and joke. There's nothing wrong with criticism. There's nothing wrong with it. Tell me say, oh, tear long up. When I just depart fly. There's nothing wrong with that. Rest long up. When I just depart speak. There's nothing wrong with that. This government here with the pulling on the power. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you go beyond that, you begin cost the person mama. You cost him picking them. You bring mental anguish to them. You begin tell them how you know they. You begin bring them. Well, it's unaccepted. It's unacceptable. We have to understand, say, the first family of this country are the image of this country. These are the first family, not the face of this country. Not the first family, that's what we call them. They are up there. We have to give them respect because anybody can assume that position there. If you today come, you sit down there, we will accord you that same respect there. Because at the end of the day, the way you portray the first family and the image and the way they give at this country. People then they say, oh, now American and they cost presidents, some cost the way they cost something and the way they do, then they hold you. I don't want to go into histories of people that when they don't apprehend. Nigeria, we don't see, then they bring you to book. You don't get to, what I mean? When they will get lost in this country. You know, they just go, you sit down behind machine, you take internet because you get data, you talk, what in and you talk. So now let that premise and let people understand policy. Waiting Hawa on to do no Sierra Leonean, no mama, no woman, no young girl for accept that. Nobody, no man, no young boy for accept that. The kind of words them we use against the first lady, any man. And not get anything for even do first lady and man. You know for use that against you company salon man or any other person on social media. Because some of them things that we put out there, they are always going to stay in the cloud. Yeah. And not ever accommodate. So when people that they talk about human rights abuse, we have laws in this country. I share a post where I say Hawa was granted bail. Yeah. And I stand by that. I want people understand. My voice is very authoritative in this country. Yeah. Anything where they talk, it's a policy. And they can jail me for that. Yeah. If I talk anything when I lie, you might not agree with me. Yeah. I might not be sometimes based on your own way how they put them. You're not going to understand the context. I might not be politically correct. But anything where they put in a door, I want people understand, say, I have access to information. Yeah. Right? Because I work within the premise of the office of the president. So where I talk, say, how I hunt, then grant a bill, yes, where within a police, then grant a bill. Then grant a bill, I think you should say no about that.
Sure, yeah.
Yes, you go say the bail conditions are stiff, however you want to put them. But these are the same bail conditions where they give people the Not only the first person where they make this kind of bail condition for. We all know the small enemy. When they say bring shorty, they say other money for bring two shorty, bring host plan. Yeah. We all know that. Then they don't know about law it. So this woman then grant and bail. Then there are two conditions. The one they say because there is flight risk, if I produce in two passports them. In Canadian passport and in Sierra Leonean passport. Then after that, somebody will get property within the central business district, two properties them, or two sorties them, for come for sign for him. You don't get for bill him, for let come out. If then they get somebody, only one when they make noise on social media, if they really care about this lady, but for don't come. Because come the way they overseas or where they now, then they host them, where they talk about human rights and all that. Then for don't come and say yes, then bill him. If they bill our hunt, we know for they will sell this one. Something that also for they go court. But let people understand, say, this is a country of laws. Not in order what this government say, not in order in the case of our hunt, where they are against the limits of the law. I want people understand this. And when the social media, when I go and talk, they see some people and they talk. Let me make this clear.
Yeah.
Say, no amount of threat, no amount of couscous, no amount of vulgarism or vulgarity, we get for make this lady come out. If people they plead for them, what thing will make other people join for let them plead for them? Now where it be say people are modest in doing it. But they say the same people that they advocate for our homes, and the same people that back the cause. The same people that go on social media the cause. And one way they advocate for our homes, and the same one that back the share that same costly. They know they come and condemn people and say, but we're not for cause. If we plead for this woman, Lord, plead for them. You don't get to tell me. And even pleading, everything has to do within the context of the law also. Not on something about president not getting powers and then way they grab them one day and say, on a prayer. And forget about how the law they work out, how the judiciary they do the own thing at this country. I just say prayer and go and pull up. You don't get to tell me they must get something and wait for like presidential pardon day, so New Year's Day, when they change, when the president they pardon people. So everything they within the limits of the law. Not on some president they call them, hey, when I pull up, they don't ask anything. Then pull up, no. Sierra Leone is a country of laws. So people also need to understand, say, most of them things that they do, they are not helping her. Yeah? Because if you want to beg for somebody, the first thing first, everyone has to criticize what she has done. Everyone, but still, you don't see, I see the news from Calvary, news like Canada, where people so mischievous, then just cut the side where our own to talk about election. Like say the Olana because of elections, because he criticized elections, SLPP, I make the Hola. That is not the case. Yeah. That is not the case. That is injustice. That is deceit, right? Give a full picture of that. The other article I see where come out, I don't know if like in Peking, they are own in Peking, but yeah, they sorry for one because that's not Peking. I don't like what they go to because all what they go to not to in creator. Like my creator. You understand what if I'm in a position where they so, I make another for go back and forth with them. If I'm in a position where they, I understand. A lot of people then where they talk to them right now. I don't know if it ever come to this country. I don't even think if she's familiar with the laws of this country. Like Canada is born. So right now it's open to everybody where they talk to them. Right? So I pity them. But the fact here is this is a country of laws. Where you commit crime, some of them things that people then they do now, they're not going to oversee. You know, Chris. You know, they didn't know that for go talk to because everything now online today, you judge something, you know they know them. Now that day the way they go to map inside the court somewhere, you see the judge where they deal with your case. Everything where you want to do now online and communicate with you through emails and all that. So things that more people know they do oversee, law will not do them now at this country. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If me grab, I will criticize Anes, I will criticize APC whole day. Bro, because I don't like their policies. But I will never go out and try for cost Anes. I will never go out and cost Samura. I will never go out and cost anybody one of them family. I will not do that. I'm a grown-up man. I will not say it's wrong. It's unacceptable. Right? So now we understand, say, what Hawa do is wrong, is unaccepted. We as Sierra Leoneans for come and criticize them. It has nothing to do with whether you love First Lady, you don't love First Lady, whether you love President, you don't love President, whether you are SLPP, you are non-SLPP. In the context of being a Sierra Leonean, it's just wrong.
I don't think there are few other, I don't see some other social media posts, few other people seem for the condemn, the act of her, while they also pleaded to probably judiciary, and the president, because directly, nothing, allegedly abused as well. And but they don't consider the few that were pleaded, and even though they condemn the act of harm, but also pleaded for harm as well.
Well, I can speak into the law.
Yeah.
I just give you generalities of how it should happen. What should be the norm, right? I don't go say the one where they still go and cuss and plead, then for use them cane for knock our horns. That is not what I'm justifying. I am just laying the premise for let people understand that there is nothing we are doing, or there is nothing the judiciary is doing, there is nothing the police is doing that is out of the limits of our laws of this country. Because people understand the implications of this. Yeah? Everything that they do within the limits of the law. And that's what I let people understand. Not because if you don't feel sorry for somebody, the law for feel sorry for the person. Or how you look at them, and so the law for look at them. Right?
Yeah.
Everything is within the limits of the law. That woman didn't give provisions for making getting your own lawyer. In lawyer, no. We don't ever see when a lawyer comes and say, right, and talk, say, what thing and they do, I'm wrong. But now they see newspapers, the more international newspapers, and they write, and they beat the woman and police. Then they beat away the prison. I see one Calvin news from, I believe the day before yesterday night, from Canada, they say, how the woman in Peking saying, how then they beat him, mama holding in prison. And me and you are, know, saying, not true. It's not to today people that don't go to prison. You don't get to tell me, our hunt is not a political prisoner. We don't have political prisoners in this country. We human rights indexes are good. We press freedom, journalists, indexes are good. There has never been nobody know the way they don't believe foul, they don't criticize reach the first family in this country. Since we don't begin get government thing, then they tell them all kind of word. People that they don't tell President Bio, call them all kind of here, woman, harass them on social media, bully them on social media. They are still walking along the streets of Shaka Stephen streets. Nobody know ever hold them. Nobody know ever criticize them. Nobody know ever victimize them. They are still there. There are people who are still criticizing this government openly, who are still working within parastatals of this country. When nobody knows. So our aunt is not an APC member.
Yeah.
They are not a look at them that way. What thing they do is wrong. We have laws in this country. Now the laws don't take in hand. So if people then they continue to plead, let them just continue to plead. That's what should happen. Then discretion left with the law. You don't get to tell me if they continue to plead to the law, there are laws in this country. Discretion left with the laws. But if we begin to say, oh, if somebody don't do something, now I don't suffer now, I don't take 2 weeks now, it don't take now 1 month this now, I don't take now 3 months, it don't take so now. Let them left for now. How we want to let this country go before? When somebody do bad, or we all go see because. So what about the people them where they're not celebrities? We're not in social media. We're not ever go na how you call it? Na House of Stars. When something like minor crimes and deaths, nobody know the way they talk for them. But then the law don't hold them, then they're in prison, then they're under lock and key because that's so the law say. So no one is above the law. Mr. Samuel don't know if I commit the law, let the law hold me. Make her serve me time one I want for serve. What the law say for serve. So this is what I'm saying. People who are pleading for our aunt, let them continue to plead. It's up to the laws of this country. If the law want for grant a pardon, it's up to the law of this country. If the law want for give minimal term sentence or minimal verdict, it's up to the law. But the law get for work, and that's what I let people understand.
Okay, Mike, I know it's good you clear the air on that part because I know there are a lot of controversy within that to the social media aspect. But also there are, yesterday we get Dr. Kadeyum Keller, we're in charge of NIG and business and sometime back last year, to end of the year, we see the president. So, okay, now I'm the president. Back then, it was the president who will be the head of the Ministry of Energy. But he said, okay, because Dr. Kadeyum Keller has vast experience into the energy sector, and he gave for being in charge, while Dr. Kadeyum Keller reports to the president directly. And for the past 2 weeks or so, there were massive blackouts across the country's capital city, and Dr. Kadeyum Keller was quite very honest enough and apologized to Sierra Leoneans and say, as a government, they will ensure for rectify the problem. And I understand there are negotiations with the cat partnership ongoing, see how best government can speedily look into the issues around electricity. How far the process in restoring electricity again for the past 2 weeks.
You can tell, maybe you come on house, you can tell me if you get light yesterday, you can see, say, maybe some considerable effort has been made.
Yeah, for me, actually, the south side, 3 mile, obviously, there are improvements in terms of, we don't see the pool for, since the exception of this country, that we own party, we don't ever see pool and line it, but we don't see it.
Now.
I understand it's just a transformer, for now get lights from that point.
So, me not an engineer for speaking to the technicalities about it, just to put them out there for a layman understand. Yeah. Yes, we see some blackout. I know we call a massive blackout because certain areas in the middle get lights, certain areas in the middle don't get lights. The reason why, in fact, we even talk about that now because people don't used to lights now. Because today, when they talk about blackout, people don't used to blackout. People not even complain, but now people don't used to light so much that if lights go 2 days safe, they don't get lights. You don't get to tell me then it grumble, which is fear. Fear. This is now 21st century you don't get to tell me electricity for be a past. It for be a past. Remy, if other governments and we don't fix this problem, we're not for the even remember this right now. You don't get to tell me, if other Pakababi don't fix it, we're not for the remember this. If Power and we don't fix it, we're not for the remember this. You don't get to tell they try for talk. I know for them be even for the member other thing now, for the member for the build schools, for the member for the bring train come now, for the member for the guy we own plane, for the member for the build roads and bridges. You don't get to tell me. But I always say this, the problems of this country is like, when you sit down and reflect back, it's like we're starting from scratch. I know the 11-year civil war devastated a lot of things in this country. A lot. It damaged a lot of infrastructures. You don't get to tell me. But the question sometimes, so you want to ask back, the successive governments and we've been on the calm, what have they been doing? We energy problem in this country is huge. You don't get to tell me. But one of the things that I will tell you is we've done considerably well. Yes, people to understand say light, not to light problem, not to something where they just can't fix, they just bring generator, you put then go and just light, you put ton fuel inside the generator, you just light, then everybody get light. You get to tell me if you want for build infrastructures, people then they say, 6 years on don't they pay this. But if you want for build infrastructures, for build plants first, we say electricity plant for build and first, not to the 1 year, 2 year business. If you don't get the money, tell you to go sort the money out first, you bring them camera. For builder plants, the installations the day for builder, you get for take time. After we take time, most of them wires they are where they see so Remy. Then when they connect the wire, they're not all. You're gonna advance country, you're not use board again. Remy. You don't get to tell the try for talking. They see one great board way team up, you see past 6, 7 wire the panel, telephone line the panel, you see internet line the panel, you see electricity line. You don't even know the bias, you know to technical person. But in some countries then, we're advanced. All the line they inside one, they wrap inside one. Now one day line you see no more. You don't get to tell me. Then connections and they for let them do themselves. Now work, now huge work. Now not a man do, not a machine do. Now, if you take a look at what thing happened, let me just go to the point straight away happen. We be get 70 megawatts where they come out, where they can inside Freetown. That are the power where they come out from what? From Bumbuna. The one where they come up from King Tom, and the one where they come up from Kapawa. All that they come in at 70 megawatts. Freetown need, on a good day, Freetown need like 120 to 130 megawatts. For let Freetown be on maximum, let's say 18 to 19 or 20 hours constant light. When outside we get light, we connected. You don't get to tell me them. But we don't get the lights, we don't generate that power. We get the infrastructure in a sense, what we need for do. We get the lines them, the connections to outside people. That's why you even look at say the EDSA customer based on come up, it don't triple. What does that mean? If you get more people than where they buy EDSA top up now, that they tell you say more people than they now don't connected to the grid, they don't connected to power. more people, because now one data than the way they use collect, you really understand if improvement in the light. You don't get to tell me. But the challenge when we get now this country is then lights here when they come so then the 70 megawatts where they come inside Freetown. From January, now down they come. The time when people them they grumble, when people them they battle say, oh, light business looks steady now. Now light business fine. So the question now is, what will change? Like Honorable Kanda Yumkela yesterday lay them out very clearly, say it could be an error. It can possibly say a trip in a trip. It can possibly say just fluctuations. It can possibly say mechanical problems. It can also possibly say a human error. It can also possibly say sabotage.
And light supply, you know, sometimes back rely on cat power ship. And is that the government getting the problem with cat power ship?
No, we don't get problem with cat power. I went to cat power yesterday. I went there yesterday. I spoke to the CEO where they're in charge of African, the whole African operations for cat power. I will pull a video there out, maybe probably today. I sat with him. We went with the team. We went on the media tour day. I took a team there of engineers and other people. We went there. We went inside the ship and take boats. We go inside. We claim go up the ship. And the first thing that they will go. See, don't put them. We don't have a problem with car power. Yes, we also get for pay them. We're not to car power shut down light. You don't get to tell me. Also like car power not send. The problem is when they send light, they go now send and call substations. Now the substations they now they share. So we still be they get 70 megawatts with the kind inside Freetown. Freetown need 120 to 130 megawatts on a good day. We don't ever get that title. But the 70 now will be managed. Now they do shedding with. What I mean by shedding, and we say black hole will not get today. And God will not get so. Kisimes will not get so. So that 70 day doing them 10 and the old people and they say, oh, the light business looks steady small. I enjoy the light during January. Now the same 70 now they come. Up to the day before yesterday, that same 70 day now come. But the question is why the massive, like I call them, I don't call them massive. But why blackouts within in some areas? Why people then food poor? Why some people don't get light? Some people don't able to sell cold water. People that win ice and they sell yogurt. Why all land they poor? That is the question. So what Honorable Kanda Yumkela don't do is summon all the substation managers them. Yesterday, Yeri, the deputy minister too, when engineer Edmond Noni go around all the substations them within team. So then they try to gather the report for let them know what thing really happened, whether it is a technical problem, whether it is a human error, or whether it is a mere sabotage, whether a negligence. You don't get to tell me, but the fact is the 70 megawatts with them blantzen now still be the camp. Not to say car power try for reduce what's in the camp because they not pay them, because some people they say, but when I go pay the people, they will not able to pay them, I make no. Now, I tell you, say, I went to car power, I went to the ship yesterday. I'm not a technician, I'm not an engineer, but I went there, asked some common questions, and most Sierra Leoneans then curious for no. It truly tell me, say no. They say, oh, yeah, we didn't contract with the government of Sierra Leone. We give out what we give. You don't get to tell me the megawatts we give, we give out. What's in the part of the contract, we don't give out. If we give out a left to the one, then now we distribute them, and the distribution different areas, that is the problem there. So that report, then we'll gather them today, and we promise the public, say, we will share them, and after the findings, people for know, because we owe the people of this country, we are working for the people of this country, we owe them, and like I say, I also want for join Honorable Kanda Yumkela for say sorry on the behalf of EFSA, on the behalf of we within government, say what thing happen, we hope and pray, and we don't put modalities in place, say, it not will ever happen again.
All right. Okay. And away from that, you know, now coming to the office of the president now, the president itself, away from the outside topic of electricity, issues around social media, and we see the president attend the summit, and USAI, the president, presents a document and also make commitments about issues around vaccine accessibility, talk about domestic issues burden, see how best Africa for increased finances and for support African projects as well. what's that mean into the international level for the president?
So President Biya is a realist. Let me just put it this way. He believes we as Africans he would take care of Africans. That is his policies. That is his thinking. He also believes as Sierra Leoneans, for able to, and even though it's tough, even though it's hard, you cannot live without others. But President Biya gets a bit of Pan-African mentality. He believes that we as Africans or we as Sierra Leoneans, for able to be with you. He always believes that Sierra Leoneans are the best. He always believes they get the same IQ. That is why you find out, say, they don't empower a lot of young people. You don't understand. President Biya not a person way to believe in too much Western ideologies, right? So, during the African Union, President admonished African leaders for let them spend some resources on vaccination. Because me and you know say the importance of vaccination, right? They boost immunity, vaccination they make picking them go fine, vaccination they make underage picking them from 1 to 5, then go able to see them 5th birthday, then go able to thrive well, then go able think well, then go do well in a school. So vaccination is not just vaccines as people see it. It also gets huge lot of benefits. And when you take a look at Sierra Leone as a whole, we don't make, even though these are things that people not see. Probably sometimes we not propagate them better for let people understand. But when you look at the health indexes and this country, the indices and indexes of this country when it comes to health, figures them. We don't do considerably well, Remy, right? Maternal mortalities, we don't drop them to whooping 60%. What do I mean by that? The way the woman they die in this country, they know they die so again, right? In the hospitals. All this has to do with policies, Remy. It has to do with policies. It has to do with implementation. It has to do with resources, the way governments they put into the healthcare system. Today, the healthcare system budget now about 9. You don't get to tell me the government they say now President Biya he's up to 13%. You don't know the government budget to go into health. So we see that's why you see President travel for partner with people them way na master sabi people them for let them really come and see how best they can help. You see President open one of the best children's hospitals across the world, sub-region, recently, where na Lumley, state of the art. If you don't go inside it, Remy, have you been there?
Yeah, sure.
That's a massive, a beautiful hospital, right? Even when President still believes it's Sierra Leoneans them for that. President Biya just go do a groundbreaking na Jembe. Jembe, it's between Bo and Kenema, right? For let them build one of the biggest hospitals in the sub-region, where they want to make health tourism. I can't forget a helipad, na huge funding, where the people they already there on the ground and they do the visibility. They don't go do the groundbreaking, the landowners and they already pay them. That same day, the 9 President Biya also travel go Kenema. We go open one of the best midwifery school for train, midwives them, how to take care of the woman them. First time, if you say, Sierra Leone get the highest maternal mortalities in the world. Yes, 4-5 years back, go check that record. But the woman they die in a salon pass all sides of the world. But that is a thing of the past. So these are not tangible things that most people really see. You understand what I'm saying? So that is why when President Biya go to them forums there, people that will know what in Sierra Leone they do, people that will believe in Sierra Leone, people that will they admire the gains that most Sierra Leone when it comes to healthcare deliveries, they ask for President Biya in ideas on how it did do them. You don't get to what I mean. Yes. An amazing Minister of Health will get Dr. Dembi hosting, top-notch. He knows what he's doing. He knows this now a man will get pedigree in public health across the globe. Not only here. Now they lead the frontier in this country. Now recently, Remy, you don't see how they solarize hospitals them across the country, right? Connaught Hospital, if you go down there, you see all the roof frame because the solars them then they but they not get space them for put them, right? So what they do now? Then they put them up the roof. So now Connaught don't change the roof. Then they put solar. They say if they pass now Connaught, then at the main street, you see the solar panels and over 1,000 solar panels. So Connaught forget their own lights. We don't get for even depend on EDSA. The same thing I will do for cottage, right? They don't solarize cottage. And this will take them across all the hospitals in this country and PHUs in this country. So these are some of the things the way presidents do. Now, when you find out where go AU, people know. Because they do them in partnership with other organizations. And their organizations there, they report to them big institutions there. So that's why you see what President Biogo AU, then give them that accord there, they talk to in company. African leaders them say, look, this is about time. We don't all see how America they do. Now, we don't see the new dispensation in America. It's Americans, it's about for themselves now. America first. So it's about time we as Africans also now look at African first. Now look at Sierra Leone first. It's a tough situation, yeah? To be very candid enough. But it's about time now we say, believe in yourself. Things might not be the way people want for now. I know some people hunger for change. People hunger for let them uplift their life from poverty as human beings. But if we not reach, we say we don't reach. I just want to let people understand, say, that don't mean say we not do nothing. That don't mean say we sit down. You don't get to tell the try for talk. We are doing a lot. Remy, schools them. We don't power buckle schools them. And people need to understand back, say, Freetown is not Sierra Leone. You don't get to tell me name. So most of the things that where they happen, people that where they social media, people that where they overseas, then they look at Freetown as Salone, as Freetown one, and they look at what's not happen at Freetown. But people for understand say, people them Boku upline, people them Boku now the provinces, people them Boku now other areas and past Freetown. Freetown is about 1.8 million if I'm not tripping, right? But you have about 7 point, but all the rest now upline in it. So if we share resources, we get for share them equitably, right? So I want to let people understand, say, what thing we don't do when it comes to healthcare in this country, it's amazing. So that is why every time when President Bio goes to this forum, world leaders, then they ask him how he do them, then they give him the platform, then they give him the podium for make it come team up, make it explain to people them how Salone they do. So you go be on the other side, on the other political side, you go feel say, they do nothing, people then they suffer, and don't say, oh, they really stuck. Salone, they suffer from more than born who meet to my man and they talk, they suffer. But people also need to understand, say, we are making gains, right? Even though we are not there. And at that President Bio mentioning in comments, he said, people then cut and paste and go and pass with them. So President don't talk, say, they don't tire. That's not what the president is saying. The president, they try to tell you, say, 10 years not there enough because of democratic credentials, because of democratic rights, because of democracy. 10 years not enough for really bring the change we all want to see. Because now, like the same way they say Rome was not built in a day. America, it take years, hundreds of years for letting do so and do so. But what President Bio say, they put Sierra Leone on the map. They put Sierra Leone, they give the inspiration. They put Sierra Leone on the right track. And this is what you see based on the policies that President Bio.
And I think the president also make that same statement today when maybe they address a cross-section of people in the state lodge, who say after the first lady became upon the achievements, and also was clear enough to tell people and say, we cannot do everything as a government, but also put the structure in place wherein any successful government will come able for looking to them policies there as well.
And that's what he's doing. And that's what we're saying. If we take education, we'll not be there like how with this right now, Remy. Right? School enrollments don't go up. Right? You get more girl picking now where they do STEM courses them now, universities. We get more picking now where they pass requirements now. We get more schools now than ever. You don't get to tell me? We got more picking away to go schools now than ever in the history of this country. Yes, you go sit down, you're not pundit, you go sit down somewhere, you say, but the quality of education, no, let's start from enrollment first. That is a huge step. Now get people that will get the mentality, say, for go schoolifying. Now get people that will get the mentality, say, school is a one way we're able to drive our economies for a better, right? So now, if you take a look at education in this country, we're making progress. That is why you see the UNESCO report talk, say, Salone they do well when it comes to girl education. Right? Now, based on that, all the metrics are more pass for now, we even get the MCC. Like anything they look at. So that is growth. You don't get to tell the try for talk. It's huge growth we don't make. You look at the health indices in this country. You remember the time where Ebola came? People die in this country. Boku, not say no more Ebola be there. Ebola be there Nigeria, Ebola be there Liberia, Ebola be there Guinea. But people die in Boku. What's make now because of the actions and inactions them open, because of the poor policies them will be get in the healthcare system. Where COVID came, America the whole America, where got all the resources, people die, they pass all side. But even though people them they still say COVID is not real, COVID is not in this country, people then they try to design policies them for let them make the COVID day. Well, COVID don't affect all countries in the world. They say COVID not there. See what we did when we had the right policies in place, when we had the right people in place. See what's happened, how manager. People are not dying wage 200. So these are against them other countries and see don't they look, right? You and a Sierra Leonean, you don't respect Salon. You and a Sierra Leonean sometimes you will feel say, oh, nothing is not happening here for you. But no, sis, take a look at other countries, right? How they respect Salon. Take a look at other countries. Recently, countries then come out and then they come out of African countries. Then they can't study with health policies then higher. Right? So we are making gains. And what President Biode say is, we don't make gains in education. We don't make gains in health. Even with judiciary laws them, we don't make gains them in that. First time, Naya, that they come, all the cases in Naya. Now you find out that the same judges them all over the country. We don't make gains in press freedom, right? We don't make gains in what? In women equity. First thing, they see women and get positions now. You see women and now get position. Now it is a law in this country say 30%. That's not the threshold. 30% minimum, at least, women for be employed in all walks of life. We don't see how President Bio don't empower young men in this country, young people in this country. We don't ever see that across the aisle. Some positions when they were young men get in this country first thing. Now we papa didn't get them positions then they. Now we mama didn't get them positions then they. But now you see young people that now are registered general. Young people are commissioners in this country. Young people are directors. They are ministers in this country. Young people are taking the mantle of power. Why? Because President Bio believes in democracy, the majority for rule, right? President Bio believes the few not going to make decisions for the young, the people that we boku. So that's why he's empowering people. So if you think we are not making gains, because there's a bag not come down, we are not making gains because you don't get woke. We are not making gains because you feel say money not in your pocket where they come all the time. At the time you say, look at them from a different angle, right? Because the thing where other people understand back say, if this country is really sophisticated, if this country they improve, you were not able to improve your life, you left behind. You don't get to tell it. It is still for suffer. Because if companies then come to this country, you hear me? If BMW come here, if Mercedes come here, if Apple come here, if Starlink come here, we then come with and get for employing, now people then will get the skill. So even if we talk about employment, Remy, we have to be prepared for it. Yeah. And that is what President Bio is doing. Now I make a talk and say, 10 years no go do for now we day we want for day. But we then at the road for Wusa we want for go, right? Now I make it say it don't inspire a lot of people. It don't give me a vision saying that this politics. Then think, hey, the past don't tire. The past say 10 years, you know, no say 10 years, and not be no say all the big, and not be also. So all this boils down to what again? Remy, the level of mediocrity in this whole country and a high. Remy, people that were not educated in this country, when they talk about educated, who cannot read and write in this country, are very, 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 very high. So even if we want to change this country for a better, even if we want to transform this country, we have to start from transforming our minds. And that is the belief President Bio came with. That is where he came in. First flagship program like education. Because when you have educated people, they will make informed decisions. When you have educated people, they will know the right from wrong. When you have educated people, then they will empower themselves. When you have educated people, then they go in, out, and all rely on government, because government will provide everything for you. Countries that want a better economies than today, not a government to provide resources for them, right? Government that creates the platform for private sector come, it can boom. So me and you and our citizens, now we they create jobs for other people then. But here, everybody sit down and look at what government is doing, and government not able to do all that.
All right. Quickly, we'll have a round up now, Mike. And so I'll follow touch briefly on the ongoing lower level elections of the ruling Selling People's Party. And it's sparked a lot of debate on social media about violence. And we don't see up to 3 or 4 press releases, from the party secretariats, that condemn the act of violence. And, sometimes back we see now the Kenema district and also Mile 91 and other places is also a lead for leather, even born hosted as well within that sector. How the party they move is into a violence issue within elections as well?
I am not the Secretary General of the party, even though I belong to a wonderful party, an amazing party, where I believe saying I get everything for move this country go before. The policies are right, the right people, the right mindset and everything. So I am not speaking from a party perspective. Yeah, I'll make that very clear, because I don't have the authority to do that. I have the authority to speak on the president in comms perspective. But I am not a party member, but I don't hold any position on the party, a political party. But I speak as a Sierra Leonean. Yeah, I'll get this clear. It is wrong. Violence of every form, and I get anything to do with parties. It's wrong. I believe the President Bio all the time don't believe in violence. Would the President Bio establish him many times? Some people they even see him as a weakness, which is not a weakness for him. It's a strength. Right? President Bio possibly not believe in violence. He not be a soldier man, but that soldier man and see and not believe in violence. He's a very peaceful person. So this is not something he condones, right? This is not something we Mississippi condone. It's against the mantra, is against the principles and values of the Sierra Leone People's Party. Yeah? That is even why, let me give you a reason why we don't want to believe in violence. When you look at the PR system, one of the key things with the PR system, there again, one of the key things with the PR system, we're advantageous to the PR system, not for letting violence not in elections. Because with the PR system, since they appoint certain people them, tell them not for let you go campaign. Because then campaign, and they create violence. So that is why you find out, say, SLPP very strong about the PR system. Because we want to eliminate, you don't get to tell me, the issue of violence in politics. Because politics, at the end of the day, not just a movement. Governance, now they continue. So if you then another party, me then another party, that's the beauty of democracy. If able to accept you, say, it not mean say because you do best, so you know to me brother. If able to accept, say, it not mean say because you support this person, you know to me brother, right? So if I can put that in a nutshell, it is wrong, it is unaccepted, it is not part of the SLPP's value, it is not part of the SLPP's mantra. But you must get, there's any time you must get bad picking there. You must get people, you just stand like we did in our house. What you go once for your picking, so not to you picking and go do, right? But this from a general perspective of the SLPP, this is not something we condone. This is wrong, this is unaccepted, this is, even as I speak to you today, President Bio call all the one that we involved. Let you know, say President and person, we know they play by the internet. They call them all at State House today. Yeah, we're involved in this whole thing. The people that we involved, the ones that we forgive support to this, where we will create peace and all that. They call them all at State House today, this morning. They were there. They tell before they left, say, for come sit down now. So this is tell you, say, President does not condone violence, right? He's not a violent man. He doesn't believe in violence. He doesn't believe that the SLPP should be violent. He doesn't believe that anyone who is running for position within the SLPP forget position through violence. This is not 21st century. If you want to lead a political party like SLPP, it has to be on values. It has to be on what you have on the table. It has to be on what you don't do for the people. So we condemn them, right? I believe, say, even though I'm not speaking from a party, but I believe, say, the party secretariat will condemn them, the party hierarchy will condemn them. This is not who we are. We are the SLPP. We are the greatest party of this country. Now we'll start the laws in this country. We believe in peace. We believe in democratic principles, and we are going to stay by that. Anybody will deviate from that, you are on your own. Yeah?
All right. And people, you talk about issues that I know you would say this drug issue spark up.
I knew you were going to come there.
I know why I know it's still an investigation as well, and you know, and probably a lot of speculation linking to the president as well and the first family, but also along the line recently we see an arrest, you know, for a Dutch journalist with regards to that as well, and that also sparked a debate within the process. And you know, several updates from the Inspector General of Police that the police are very proactive, and then also they look at investigation within the period.
Well, this is something I take my time to speak into, because everybody already gets everybody only takes sides and formed opinion. So when you say this surround the president, I want you to take that back, because it has nothing to do with the presidency.
Allegedly, anyway.
Yeah, well, it has nothing to do with the presidency. Yeah, if you take out the two scenarios, it's like, let me delve a little bit. You take out the one we happen Guinea, where they apprehend a vehicle with contrabands, where the vehicle apparently na embassy vehicle. They don't get anything for the president. President not the Guinea. Yes, president and you appoint ambassadors, then you don't get to tell the traffic. But sometimes if you appoint somebody, you don't know what's in that person's intention. You don't get to, that's why they find out the president, they always fire people, and they change. You don't get to tell them, because he will see you in good faith, he appoints you for this position. But we are all humans. Sometimes we go, you know, they go the president's agenda. What's in the president want to do, you know they do. You don't, you're born picking, you know they born you act. You don't get to tell me. So all what's in take place over there, it's not accepted. You don't get to know, it's not acceptable as Sierra Leoneans, right? That's not something we come here to defend. You don't get to tell me. But like I said, I always tell Sierra Leoneans, say, let's give time. You don't get to tell me. We still have very credible people in governance. I want to let people understand this. You have people in governance, not everybody whether in governance or whether in politics hates this country. Not everybody whether in politics not get credibility. You have people, especially young people, whether in governance, we want good for this country. We don't want to mix by anything where they bring disrepute to him or to his family. So there is an investigation. They don't recall the ambassador. A day now, there is an investigation. And this investigation, presidents don't make a very clear say that the police they lead up. And kudos to the police. IG Selo, he's always giving us updates on that. Then they call on the press briefings, every press briefing, and they go give update on what's not happen, how investigations they take place, we side and day now, and all that. And we owe them to these people. We owe them to the people of Sierra Leone, right? Let people just exercise patience. You get to tell the tribe for talk that whosoever did that, when the facts come, because everything like again Remy boils down to the remits of the law. People for understand say government all they work like how man the way they attack is the work, not to social club, not to rebel. You know they just come, you just talk something, they act. Government get laws then. Because if you act, the other person can grab back and sue government back. They say, "We not follow the due procedures. We not follow." Sometimes it's painstaking. Sometimes it's slow. Sometimes it's frustrating. Sometimes it creates a lot of gray areas where people will begin to say something. Government want to compromise. But what we want to tell people is, you still have people who have credibility within government. Yeah. One thing I want to let people understand is President Leo. I'm not saying any other person. When they see how they pull chest for him on social media, I know him as me. One of the qualities where God give me, that for study Motaman, for let know Motaman, President Bio is a decent human being. Let me, I'll give you an example. I don't know if I should say this here.
Yeah, okay.
When I come, when they appoint me as Director of Communications, you already know the entitlements, the more you forget as Director of Communications. Where I come, the first thing I be the struggle with first now be vehicle. I mean personal vehicle now be the use. Governments be the slow for procure me vehicle for some reason I don't know. Like the vehicle, like, oh don't procure me, then I see now the car. This slow. It became very frustrating because everywhere our president there need for the day as communications director. So I go and meet president, I'm on a president, I'm on a president. Guess what in president do? President, in your motorcar with the in your car, in your fleet of cars, now you pull a gimme. Why are they saying this? President get all the authority for take phone number 110 call say, hey, what's happened with this my motorcar? Sometimes you not take them the next day, if not trust them, then go trust motorcar can't give me. That's how other presidents work. But President Bill doesn't micromanage people. He doesn't. From that 10 day, it touched me because I was like, what is man here?
Yeah.
You know, you're calling, telling people that let them expedite this thing here, but he just called me and said, don't worry about that. Yeah. Do the work we are calling for can do. That speaks a lot to me. Remy, I don't dare where I can go meet that man in a lodge. I don't dare in a lodge. Then 1 to 2 a.m., that man still they see guest them. Everything has to be centered around Sierra Leone. Then 7 o'clock morning, 8 o'clock, I don't know now working place. When sometimes we see when I'm enter and they would wake now, they rush for camp. The pardon car, they call man. Papa don't reach house, principal don't reach office, with a rush for camp. This tells you who is President Bio. He's a decent person. He's a Catholic. In family, Christian and religious values are very centered to him. Now, possibly not a mixed part. You not like for mixed part, yuki. You not believe in that. He not want let a term done as president. He knows he's not going to go nowhere. He's going to sit in this country. Somebody come with nonsense to him. So I just want to let people understand, so this whole drug, whole politics, let people understand, so politics they are around now. People go out for bring and come inside. People go out for bring this stuff. You they born pick, you they got followers there, but they're not they follow your heart. You they got to try to talk. So let's see Leoneans and be very objectively thinking. Let's see Leoneans they really open their mind and look at this thing, and now we see how this investigation will unfold. I believe say we will report to the people. We now we your work that day. For waiting government say we pull an ado. Me they come now and talk to people on this on new platform say whatever thing where they happen, we not go hide them. We will pull on to people. We will pull on to people, we will make people know, we will make people understand what is happening because we owe the people of Sierra Leone that.
All right, but with the time of close, we don't get less than 1 minute for closing. Probably you have to talk briefly on the First Lady in appointment as the president of the
amazing
First Lady as well.
Amazing.
First time in the history of Sierra Leone.
Amazing. You know, First Lady, she's not only a sister, she's my buddy, she's my friend. She's an amazing, funny, witty, sweet individual. And this speaks a lot to people also. I don't even know how many countries in Africa, about 40 something.
Yeah,
right?
52,
48, 58, something. Where ECOWAS, I don't know, you see, it was an election. Let people understand it's not to appoint and say, oh, you come now. Because when they see people on social media, they begin to say, oh, na by turn. You know, political, oh, not only first. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time ever in the history of this country we don't get the First Lady of this country for head other First Ladies in across Africa. This is huge. Why is it huge? Because the First Lady of Africa, gone are those days where First Ladies them just be sit down no more, they don't get nothing when they do. Now for just Mommy Queen work no more, where people then come and cook for the guests the way they come to the man them, where then get occasional, the women's organization come, more of like a Mommy Queen work. You get what they try for talk. But now the First Ladies themselves, I mean, they get a huge influence on their husbands them. When it comes to development, when it comes to how decisions are taken, when it comes to how they will influence policies. So the African Union decides that the First Lady themselves forget a consortium, right? A consortium rearing the structure, they get a secretariat and get people the way they work, that's a take up developmental agendas, where they man them, they support them. So First Lady, Her Excellency, President, Dr. Fatima Jabibio ran elections with the First Lady of Nigeria. And guess what? 9 of the one who always vote for Fatima Jabibio, Her Excellency First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone. This is huge, because at the end of the day, if Upland forgets any conference now, First Lady sits at the table for decide who said that conference day for happen.
Yeah.
If that conference, because some people how that nigga for benefit you. Let's say the Upland gets conference now, you bring about 30 First Ladies them across Africa and this country. That is huge for the tourism. That is huge for work. That is huge for people the way they do business. That is huge for Sierra Leone economy also, right? So we all for embrace this. It has nothing to do with you being APC, you being SLPP, you being Timini, you being Mende, Yalunka, you being Soso. Just put on the green, white, and blue and say this is good for Sierra Leone. It's good, right? And one thing you can take away from Fatima, she's loved. She's one person. She's loved. She's loved by many. You get that charisma. Any side we go, you get that charisma. I'll give you an example. I went with First Lady to the U.S. African Summit. That was an amazing experience for me. First Lady Jill Biden, former First Lady of America, we get for me to offline. That was an experience for me. I go to First Lady, like I say, Remy, to the U.S. African Summit. So I say, hey, Myk, let's go. We go, Jill Biden, former First Lady of the United States of America. Inside the entire room, that woman, her attention was just on Fatima. Her attention was just on Fatima. I have so many of those pictures. I want to take pictures of Fatima. We said Fatima be sitting down, accommodate, you can't sit down near him. And they ask them about the hands of our girls. And they ask about the initiatives, the way they take in the UN. They say, I know you're about Fatima. So this, they tell you, Sierra Leoneans, them sometimes will get good things, but because of politics, they divide it because of politics, religion, tribe, and other funny things. They make, even the things that were good in this country, we don't embrace them. So me, I was proud that morning when she sent the message to me, saying, look at this. When I saw it awake, I was so happy. I'm not only happy for her because she has gone through a lot. She has sat well in the ranks and files of the global position. It's good for Sierra Leone. Anytime, even if a Como as First Lady, anytime when Fatima go, even not a First Lady self again, anytime he goes sit down at UN, it talk about gender-based violence. It talk about rights of women and girls. It talk about Africans' position on clean cooking. Guess what? How they get for entitled a name. Guess how they get for column? They say the former First Lady of Sierra Leone. So people need to understand that. People need to understand that. So now put politics aside. Let's all be happy. It's good for Sierra Leone. It's good for image. For let's see Salone and Nigeria go per competition. We're not only glad if Salone beats Nigeria per football. You don't get to tell me. Let's do for the glad. But if we don't beat them back by this, now something and the one who will celebrate. It's a big thing. It was an election. It was not a selection. It was an election. And majority of the First Ladies of Africa voted for Excellency Fatima Jabibio for letting lead them for 2 years. So that is big. There's a lot of goodies in that for women and children, for girls, and we all don't see what Fatima don't do in this country. We all don't do. One day I talk on social media, people come after me and say, well, she's not a regular First Lady. Give her flowers while she's alive. She's done amazingly well in this country, right? For now, we even see a young, vibrant woman sitting in that position, beautiful looking, vibrant woman sitting in that position. First, I would say, First Lady, probably talk to herself now, walk. But now I get a barrier, and the hug school picking them, and go out there, and dance with them, and then at TikTok, and then at that, and then at this. The people say, oh, it's too like social media. That is the new world now. That's how you communicate, right? Right. You go see Michelle Obama, they dance now, Ellen show. You go see Jill Biden, they dance na Oprah in show. You know, they criticize her. They bring funny, do cooking classes. You don't criticize her. But just because this woman is not part of your political party, just because she's not probably from your region, just because na young girl, you know, like her, you try to criticize them in different forms. So, Sigalini and Sam pleading. Right. Let's come together as one. Let's embrace unity. Let's embrace the love we have for this country. When somebody do good, he do good. When somebody they put salon up at the map, we all for come and embrace that person there and make sure say we support them for the good of this country.
Right. Thank you very much, Myk. He's the Director of Communications, State House. Thank you very much, Myk, for being part of the show. It's been a very, conversation with regards to issues around governance and social media, and look at the way forward for Sarah. Thank you very much, Myk, for being part of the show.
It's always a pleasure, Iwabi. Thank you for all you're doing.
Yes, thank you very much, Myk. Well, that's what the end of this edition of News and Current Affairs show. This day will return again tomorrow for the final edition for the week. My name is David Wilson. Until then, do have a lovely day and bye for now.